Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. For those who are new, welcome. My name is Monica. In today's video, we are going to, I will be reading Mafia romances. And so in this video, I'm going to be reading Joey by Sadie Kincaid, Soldier of Death by Amg Williams. I think I said her name correctly. Hopefully I did. Which is on KU and not on audio, so I'm actually going to be doing an ebook. Go me. And Sinful Vows by Lillian Harris. So I've never read Amg Williams, I think that's how I'm saying her name, or Lillian Harris. So two new authors. Again, go me. Anyway, so let's see how well I like them. This is not part of the Mafia romance readathon. I just really wanted to do this. I was going to do this in April, but I didn't have the time. And I really wanted to read Joey. So I'm going to take this opportunity to do this. Anyway, hopefully these will work out and I will let you know. And I think I'm going to start with Soldier of Death, which is the ebook. So we shall see. I'll let you know when I have something to update.
Good morning. It's Tuesday morning and I am headed to work. It's gotten brighter in the morning. Okay. I am 42% away through Soldier of Death. I've been really enjoying this. Okay. So Soldier of Death. I'm going to tag, I think I need to tag Jess from Honest Fiction in this vlog. So, Soldier of Death. It's about Elena. She is about to be sold off to this horrible guy named Romeo. And in order to stop this from happening, she needs to run away. Because her father is horrible. And so she decides to auction off her virginity. And she auctions off her virginity for $100,000, but she doesn't know who the buyer is. And she does. She gets $100,000 in cash to this guy named Nico. Nico is another mob boss who is her father's enemy, and she ends up pregnant. He finds out, her father doesn't know that she's pregnant or that happened, but he finds out that she's planning on running away. On her wedding day to Romeo, she is stolen at the altar. So this is like, I'm going to kidnap the bride type of a situation. And now Nico, who's thought about her for the last couple of months since their encounter, has her. I am thoroughly enjoying this book. It is so good. It's definitely unhinged. It is unhinged goodness, Mafia goodness. I love Elena. She is a very strong character. She's not laying down and taking all the guys' crap. She's like, I am going to try and get myself out of this. She's not doing anything stupid either. She knows what she has to do in order to get out of the situation. She has two close friends and stuff. And there's this dynamic within the organization. And you do see Mafia stuff on page. So it's really it's really good. Like, I wasn't expecting much from this one. But this one's really, really good. I think we were on a live with Jess from Peace Love Books and Tori, and there's a few other, because they were just talking about like random stuff. Oh no, it wasn't a live, it was a podcast. They were talking about a podcast of new books that were just coming out, and they had seen this one and they're like, oh no, surprise baby, no. And I was like, oh yeah, this sounds kind of fun. And it is. This one is a good one. Because the surprise baby part of this really works within this world, and the way that this is being set up and the way the story is unfolding is not done bad. Like, she's keeping it a secret from him, right now. It's like she knows what's going on, but he doesn't know everything that's going on. And so she has kind of this, she has the secret. And he's just so discombobulated over his attraction to her. It's great. Anyway, it's a quick read so far too, and I'm really, really enjoying it. I cannot wait to finish this. It's on KU. I highly recommend this one so far. I'm at 42%. I've been listening to it all morning since I woke up this morning. So this one is like just a quick turnaround. I do recommend it so far. Yeah, this one's good. Anyway, that's my update. I'm gonna go in, get some caffeine per usual, and then go to work. And then after work, I have a doctor's appointment with my neurologist. I have some symptoms that need to be taken care of, which means I probably have to go for, not testing. Yeah, I probably have to go for another lumbar puncture, which means that's not fun. If you don't know what a lumbar puncture is when they put a needle in my back to drain excess fluid from excess brain fluid. It's a whole thing because I've been starting to get tics again, which is, we don't want that. So I have to go see my neurologist. This is part of having a chronic illness. So, but at least it's happening at the end of the school year instead of during the school year, so that's good. Anyway, I am going to go in and I am going to get myself some caffeine and I'm going to continue reading this book. I've been listening it to voice to text, like spoken content, voice to text or spoken content on the accessibility. So Suri's reading it to me while I'm driving. I do that. So yeah. All right. I will see you when I have an update. Bye. Hey guys, it is Tuesday evening and I wanted to give you a reading update. So I would have updated you a lot sooner, but I'm kind of tired, and honestly, after work, I went directly to the doctor's because I had my doctor's appointment with my neurologist. So this whole thing with, hold on. What is it? Well, come on in, Rose. Okay, girl. Come on, my baby. Okay. Anyway, she decided she had to come in. I had my appointment with my neurologist, right? I don't need a lumbar puncture, which is great. That's great news because the pressure in my head is down. Well, it's not down, but it's not near where I would need to have the procedure. So that's great. But we're not here for that. We're here for my reading update, and Miss Rosie had to come in. And you need your treats too? Okay. All right, I'm back. She had to have her treats because she is spoiled. So if you hear the crunching, it's her eating her treats. Okay. So I finished Soldier of Death. I started Soldier of Death this morning, okay? I'm not gonna lie. I woke up this morning at 5 a.m. and this is an ebook. Like, this is not an audiobook. It was like 267 pages. Holy crap. I flew through that sucker like it was crack. I'm not gonna lie. I put it on spoken content so I could get ready for work while listening to it. I was reading it while eating breakfast, just reading the words, and then I have first period planning. So while I was grading and stuff, I was listening to the spoken content. I flew through this book. It only took me a couple of hours to get through this book. It was that good. Okay, I was not expecting to this good. So I first heard about this book on Jess and Tori's podcast. They were talking about
different books and they're like, oh, I don't know if I want to read this. Yeah, you kind of want to read this one. And I had said this, I think, in my first update, and I was, what, 42% of the way in? So, Elena, Elena is a very strong character. Her sister Lucia, or Luce, is a very strong character. And their parents sell them off to the highest bidder, basically. At least it was alliances. So she wanted to get out of an arranged marriage to a very abusive man that she knew was going to be abusive. Elena saved herself in the end. She is the one who declared feelings first before with Nico. I mean, this was not insta love. It was definitely insta lust. Like, it was insta lust, but I expect that going into a mafia romance. But there's mafia violence on page, and I was not expecting that. I was expecting to this probably be about a 3-star. I gave it a 5-star. Like, was it a perfect book? No, but the vibes were so good. I had to give it a 5-star. I couldn't put it down. Like, I could not put this book down. I was like, I don't want to put this book down. I don't want to put this book down. Like, I did not want to put this book down. I had to for morning duty and stuff, or I would have definitely had to done it a lot sooner. But yeah, it was so good. It was so good. I loved Nico as a character. He was such a good hero, and then it's setting up, and you can tell the dynamic between the next two characters, which is Luce, and I think his name's Donovan or Donahue or something like that. I don't remember. He is the second in charge, one of the soldiers. It was good. It was good. I had such a good time with this. I gave it 5 stars. So, and then I started Sinful Vows by Lillian. Yeah, that's her name. Let me pull it up. Yes, Lillian Harris. I want to make sure I got her name right. This is book 1 in the Messiana crime family. So this one starts off very rough because the heroine has been in sex trafficked for a very long time with her friend, and it's on page. It's hard to, you get thrown right into the bad. So I'm like maybe 20% of the way in. She has ran away. She has escaped, and I got the audiobook because it's Callie Dalton and Teddy Hamilton. So far, so good. So this is probably not going to be a 5-star. This is not like the other one. Like, the other one was like complete crack where I couldn't put this one down. This one, I'm finding myself floating over to TikTok and to other videos, watching Booktube videos. But yeah, so anyhow. Hi, Rosie. She's going to sleep. She ate her treats and now she's going to sleep. So I'm going to take this time to go and listen to some more Sinful Vows and get ready. And when I get to a point where I feel like I have something to say, I will update you. And until then, I will talk to you later. Toodles!
on. Hey guys, I am going to be talking and driving at the same time because I am running very late. Thank you to my alarm clock for not getting up, for going off. I was having a great dream. I love great dreams. That and my daughter was just having some issues. So, because she did not want to go this morning. She was just like, I don't want to go. Anyway, so I had to get her ready to go. Before I get myself off to work, and I'm running. I'm about 10, 15 minutes behind where I should be. Okay, because she was just like, she just did not want to go. So, Sinful Vows. I think the last time I updated you was like Tuesday-ish. I didn't get a lot of reading done yesterday. This book, it's very heavy with its themes. So the themes, isn't it great? It's for getting light early in the morning. So the themes of this book is about our heroine, Elsie. She was on a road trip. And we don't find this out because there's flashbacks in this. And the flashbacks are done seamlessly. I actually don't mind the flashbacks in this book. They're done seamlessly. So, but Elsie and her friends went on a road trip. I think she said she's 25 now, and she's been sex trafficked 9 years ago. Okay, so two of her friends and her went on a road trip. Their parents were like, they didn't want them to go, but they went, right? If they were minors, the parents could have stopped them. But that's somewhat unbelievable. What was believable though is that these men, the Bianchi men, had disabled their car and kidnapped these three girls and had them in sex trafficking for 9 years and used their friendship to control them, and they were in a house full of other girls. And you see the horror of what they went through on page. I'm not kidding. Like, what Elsie had to go through was so horrific. Okay, so at the beginning of this story, we know that she is sex trafficked. We know that she's being raped. It's on page. There's murder on page. And anyway, she's sitting there with her friend Kayla, and this man comes in, and Elsie is like, Kayla, we gotta run. We can get out of here, right? Well, Kayla's too frozen. She's like, I can't do it. You need to go, come back for me. And she's like, okay, I'm gonna come back for you. She goes and hides in this car. Then this guy looks really mean. He has a cut down on his a scar on his face, but he's very handsome otherwise. Anyway, he is another head of another crime family. When she gets into his car, she doesn't actually. He's going to pick up his daughter from school after visiting this brothel, basically, of these sex trafficked women. And sorry if it's getting a little dark, but we're at dawn. Dawn is breaking. Anyway, so there's, anyway, what was I saying? Okay, so our hero is Michael, and he's a single dad. He's picking up his daughter from school. He doesn't know at this point, I don't think, that Elsie is in the back of his car, and she ends up in his house. He realizes that she's in his house, and he's like, you know what, I need a wife, because his dad's kind of forcing him to marry. So he's like, I'm going to marry this strange woman who's in my house. Now this guy's a cold-blooded killer, right? He killed for a lot less, and he's like, all right. His daughter finds her first, right? Anyway, so that's a whole thing. And he, oh my gosh, I'm sorry. I'm trying to think about what I want to say and what I don't want to say, because I don't want to spoil everything, but let me put it this way. So he's like, I'm going to marry you. We're going to be married for a year, and then I'll divorce you. And if you don't do that, then I will take you back to the Bianchis, and you'll go back into sex trafficking. Because the police know about the Bianchis, because they go and partake in the brothel. So she's like, okay. So she decides to do that. And in the meantime, she's trying to get back to her friend Kayla to try and save her friend Kayla. Also, she's also bonding with the daughter. I have a bit of a hard time believing that someone sex trafficked is lusting after a man. Specifically after everything that she went through. She went through some extreme trauma, okay? So I'm having a hard time believing that she's falling in love with this man. I would as quickly, let me let me say this, because I'm not talking very well, because I'm barely awake. As quickly, I don't think that she would have lusted after him as quickly as the author has started writing it. I understand what Lillian Harris was trying to do. She was trying to set up the heat and stuff, because there's a lot of spice in this book. There is a lot of spice in this book, okay? I am still getting myself caffeine. I know I don't really have a lot of time, but I don't care. I just really need some caffeine. I'm just tired. It's a long morning. I love parenthood. So yeah, anyhow. What was I saying? Oh yes, okay. So we have so I know what Lily Harris was trying to do. She was trying to set up the romance. She was trying to set up the chemistry and everything. But I have a hard time believing that someone who is sex trafficked would be willing to let someone who she does not trust and touch her the way Michael was touching her at the beginning, as well as as well as I would have been a lot more convinced of this romance if it was a slow burn. It's not. It's more insta. So that's why I'm like, no. So that's where I'm having my hang up with this, because it's too insta. Like, she's like, oh, I find him attractive. Yeah, she could find him objectively attractive, but when someone has gone through what she's gone through, I unless I am wrong, and you can correct me, and please do, I really have a hard time believing that someone would be going through that. Like, it is a thing. So yeah, I'm about 60% of the way through this. I will absolutely be finishing this today. It is hovering around to 3.5, because I just do not believe that she could be attracted to him as far. I think it's too insta-lovey for the type of story. If she had made it a slow burn, and if she had made it like, I'm afraid of you, but making the heroine strong, where she's like, I'm trying to get away to save my friend. No, the hero, I really like him, because he's trying to save her friend. He's trying to use his connections to save her friend. Excuse me. He loves his daughter. He's a really good dad to his daughter. Yeah, he's evil to everybody else. But yeah, he's protecting her, and and the way he became a father was really, really interesting. And there's a lot more to the dynamic of his family. So, and I will not talk about that, but because I want to just talk about the romance. So I feel like it's a 3.5, probably rounding up to 4, because I think it would have been better served if it was more of a slow burn, where she opened up to him over time. Because I feel like after what she went through, trusting someone like that, even forcefully, because he would not let her go. So it was basically she was re-kidnapped and forced into a marriage. Because it was either get married to him or go back into sex slavery. What are you going to do? And it is graphic on page, or what they forced, some of the stuff they forced her to do. So be aware of that. I would highly check trigger warnings going through this. I did not know that this was going to be like this. I thought it was just going to be a Mafia book. So I was not prepared for this one. But it's lucky I don't have these type of triggers. So I'm going to have to write down the triggers when I do write this review. Anyway, I'm going to go in and get myself some caffeine so I can get my butt to work. So there is time for morning duty. All right, I will see you guys later.
Hey guys. Okay, my freckles are out full time because it's like 90 something degrees outside and it's very bright. And when that happens, my freckles go pop. Okay. It is Thursday afternoon and I finished Sinful Vows. I'm giving it 3.5 stars and I'm rounding down to 3. I thought about rounding it up to 4, but okay. So here's my issue. Is the story's good, the writing's good, the plotting, I think this is where the issue is because it's very insta-lovey. Our heroine, Elsie, was sex trafficked for, and I had said this, 9 years. It's very insta-lovey. Insta-love does not negate it. There was no healing. Like, hold on, you gotta see this. Here goes Miss Rosie. What was I saying? Okay, so yeah, she was sex trafficked and then forced into prostitution, and then she got herself out, ran away, and then found herself locked into Michael's house, and then he basically kidnapped her because he wouldn't let her go and said, either you're gonna marry me or I'm gonna take you back to the Bianchis. Like, and I have said this before, right? So she marries him. It's more of a forced marriage than a marriage of convenience, I'm not gonna lie. And then all of a sudden, like, her body reacts to him, like, she's like, I'm really attracted to this guy, and it's very insta-lovey. The plot itself is really good. I really, really enjoy the plot. Like, it is just fantastic. Like, the plot itself is really good. I really enjoy the plot. However, it was the fact that I just could not get over the fact that this character did not have time to heal, did not have time to grow. It was like boom, 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 boom. So it just made it just, I was like, what's going on? Well, I enjoyed the writing. I enjoyed the world. There was no character growth. There was no character development because they were all sort of just who they are. And I enjoyed the conflict at the end. The conflict was really interesting. And it bleeds over into the next books. Will I be reading through the series? Yes, because I'm very invested in what's going to happen to the main villain in this series. And I won't tell you who, because it is worth reading despite the insta-lovey. If you don't want to read the story, but you want to know who the main villain is, DM me and I'll let you know. But because the conflict is really good. It's very, very dramatic and very interesting. So anyway, it pits brother against brother, father against children and stuff. It is really, really interesting. So, but I just literally could not get over the insta love, and I might just actually put it up to 4 stars because I truly loved. I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna round up to 4 stars because I really loved the ending. That's what really saved it for me, was the plot and everything. But as for the romance was too insta for what happened to her, and she needed time to heal. And the fact that he kidnapped her, so she like had all this trauma and didn't have time to deal with it. So next book I'm gonna be reading is Joey by Sadie Kincaid. However, I am taking a quick break because I got the ALC for Fragile Sanctuary by Catherine Cowles. This is like, I'm dying for this book. So I am going to be listening to that like as soon as I get off and stuff. So I will be finishing up this vlog very soon, because once I am done with that, I'm going right back to Joey, because I'm very excited for Joey. I loved Dante. Dante was fantastic. I gave Dante 5 stars by Sadie Kincaid. So I have high hopes for Joey. Anyway, I'm going to leave it here. I'm going to go eat because everybody's yelling for me to get downstairs for dinner. So I will talk to you when I have an update on Joey. Hey guys, it is Saturday morning and I just woke up a little bit ago because the cats decided that they have to have treats. I have a cat here and a cat here. I finished Fragile Sanctuary yesterday while I was putting this together, except that I still got a lot to do because I don't know where I'm going to put everything. I have some books to haul. I might just do a book haul and just show you where some things are. So that will keep me going because I'm just kind of like, oh, do I really need to do it? Because I'm tired. I'm a little achy from yesterday because I did more than just this. I had a very big day yesterday. Anyhow, so I finished Fragile Sanctuary and I started Joey. I'm 50% of the way through Joey. Okay, Joey is, she's the only girl in the crime family. She's also a very strong heroine. I really like her character. Max is a best friend, and he's very loyal to the family, supposedly, as well as her bodyguard. She's always had a crush on him. At the beginning, there was someone who came into Max's life, who is supposedly his sister or somebody, and saying that this happened. And then they come to find out there's a video that someone has that could be potentially catastrophic for the family. So he's keeping secrets from the family. That's what I'm saying. Is he though? Is he really loyal? And Joey is going after Max. She was a virgin heroine. At this point, she's definitely not a virgin. We're going to put it that way. There is a lot of steam in this book. A lot. There is so much. More than I thought there was going to be. It's like almost every other chapter, to the point where I'm starting to be like, okay, I've had enough. Come on, let's get to the plot. I want to see some character development. I want to see some growth. I want to see where this plot's going to go. Right now, it's just sort of a sexual free-for-all. She has a friend named Mo who's sort of a gold digger, and they keep calling her all these horrible names about women. And her friend, well, she owns it because she does sleep around a lot. I'm just like, you're her best friend and you don't trust her, and you're calling her all these names. There's something going on there, and I have a feeling that's gonna blow up. But yeah, I am hovering around a 4-star. I like the plot. They have a lot of chemistry together. They absolutely have a lot of chemistry together. However, I just do not need all this much smut. Okay? We get it. They like each other. So, but I would like to see how everything is going to go, because this is long. This is a long book. If you cut out as much as the spice as you could, it'd probably be shorter, and it might actually be good. Because, hold on. Reaper. One of the best Mafia books I've read. 295 pages. Why? We don't need 400 pages. I'm just saying. Anyway, so that is my update. And I will update you as soon as I am done with this book. Hey guys, it is Saturday night and I finished Joey. And I'm going to give it 4 stars. I really liked the conflict. I like I like Joey a lot as a character. She complains a little bit, but I get why she complains. But I think more so than that, she is a very, very strong heroine. She saves herself, which is awesome. She confronts her brother's misogyny. She confronts Max's misogyny. I really like her as a character. My whole thing with her friend Mo just sort of blew up, and I was right. There was something going on with her. Yeah. Again. So yeah, again, it could be 100 pages less with less spice, and it would be a lot better. It was too much. It was too much spice. I understand why Sadie Kincaid put the amount of spice she did in it. I personally think that it was too much. It took away from the story. Personally, I don't mind spice in my books. I don't mind closed door. I am all over the place with it. Like, give me closed door, give me completely wide open. I don't care. But it should not detract from the story you're telling or character growth, and it did. So, because it was like, it felt like every other chapter was some sort of spice once they started getting together, and I was just like, no. And it was too much. So anyway, yeah, I'm all over the place tonight. I'm tired. It's been a long day. And I did get to see my son today, so that was a good time. Yeah, anyway, so for a quick review, since I am closing out this vlog, I read Soldier of Death. That was unexpected. That was 5 stars. I loved that book. I didn't think I was going to, and it was such a good time. I was there for the vibes. It was a total 5-star. I had a great time with that one. Then I read Sinful Vows by Lillian Harris. Unfortunately, that didn't quite work for me. There's parts that I really did like of it, so I gave it 3.5 stars, and I'm rounding it up to 4 stars. I was originally going to round down to 3 stars, but the ending is what sold me to round it up to 4 stars. I just finished Joey by Sadie Kincaid. It was good, and I give 4 stars. So I mean, I started at a 5-star read. It could either stay great or go down. So that was a very surprising 5 stars. I'm not gonna lie. And M.G. Williams is a new to me author, and I'll continue on that series. It's the Shadows of Redemption series. I am going to continue on in the Messina Crime Family series as well. That's the Lillian Harris series. And I do need to go on to Lorenzo, because I am invested in Lorenzo's story. I want to know what happens. Anyway, so yeah, those are my thoughts and opinions. Let me know if you've read them down below, and if you agree or disagree. Let me know if I have piqued your interest with any of these. I would love to hear down below. And if you made it this far in this video and you want to let me know that you've been here, but you don't want to comment, please leave me a black heart emoji. And until next time, my friends, happy reading. Bye.